I'm too lazy to get up and show you, and of course, the greatness of a good deed is diminished the more you talk about it. But I feel I should share this story to hopefully inspire someone else to do something nice in the world today. While I was in New York over holiday, I bought myself 5 new pairs of shoes. And these 5 new pairs of shoes cost me about 89 bucks. And I mentioned a good deed. What does buying yourself shoes have to do with good deeds? Absolutely nothing. Until I tell you why I bought myself 5 new pairs of shoes. So, I was on the bus, and I was running incredibly late. I wasn't supposed to be on this bus. Like, if I had had it my way, I would have been on the bus 2 hours prior to when I was on the bus. But due to different situations, partially within and partially out of my control, I wound up on the bus at this particular moment. And at this particular moment, there was a man on the bus, young guy, couldn't have been beyond his early 30s. I would most likely guess he was in his upper 20s. Hadn't shaved in a few days. He was wearing like a t-shirt, and while it was a very mild winter day, it was still, at least 50 degrees outside. Like, he needed more clothes. And I look down, and he's not wearing shoes. The man is walking around in, I would say at best, 3 pairs of socks. I could tell it was more than one pair of socks just by the stiffness of it. But he wasn't wearing shoes. And I hesitated to speak to him. I looked down at my feet, and I looked down at his, and I looked down at mine, and I looked down at his. And then a woman gets on the bus, and she says, "This lady outside, she wanted me to make sure I gave these to you." And the man puts on 2 brand new long john shirts. And that lady speaking to him gave me the courage to speak to him. Um, and he was with this other lady on the bus, and she was like, "All you need now is a pair of shoes." And that's when I opened my mouth and I said, "Sir, what size shoe do you wear?" And he was like, "Excuse me, sir, what size shoe do you wear?" "I'm a size 10. If my shoes fit you, they're yours." Now, I was wearing a pair of Sperry's. They weren't brand new. Actually, I bought them about around this time last year out of necessity, but they were a pair of Sperry's, and they were only a year old, and I don't beat up my shoes. So they were in decent condition. And I gave them to him, and he resisted. He was like, "Are you sure?" And I said, "No, please take them. I have money in my pocket. I can go buy myself another pair of shoes if I have to. Please, I insist." And I gave that man my shoes. I gave him the shoes off my feet. When I got when the bus stopped and I got off, well, he got off before I did, and he thanked me. And I believe the woman he was with went to get him something to eat. So, that guy had a. Um, this was this was a few days after Christmas, I want to say. But yeah, he got on that bus with, I won't say nothing, but certainly not enough. And he left with 2 new shirts and a decent pair of shoes, with another woman ready to put a meal in his stomach. And while it wasn't, and what I did for myself, I went out to the little Chinese store, got myself a pair of slippers to hold me over. And then I found a decent shoe store with decent sales, and I got myself 5 pairs of shoes for $89. But most importantly, I helped that man. Most importantly, however minutely, I decreased world suck. And I'm happy to have done that. And I hope that hearing this story, I don't want, oh, that was so great of you. Oh, you're an awesome person. I mean, I posted it on Facebook and I got over 50, I got like 60 something likes on my status and at least 16 comments complimenting what a wonderful person I am. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm hoping that this story will inspire you and you will go out there and decrease world suck. Because world suck is a big problem. But the only way to make the world a better place is to do something about it, however small. For me, that something was giving some poor schmo my shoes. For you, it might be, I don't know, donating to a charity or, giving a nickel to that woman on the corner that you always just walk by. But do something to make the world a better place. Change has to start somewhere, and it may as well start with us. I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love.